Classic Pilaf recipe. Classic Uzbek Pilaf is prepared using a time-tested method with meat, rice, carrots, onions, and aromatic spices. You can use either beef or lamb in the recipe. Both options work perfectly and are considered traditional. A key role is played by properly cooked zervak, the meat base that determines the flavor of the entire dish. Precise proportions and careful layering of the rice are also very important. All of this allows you to achieve truly fluffy, rich pilaf that's impossible to resist. Servings, 6 to 8. Cooking time, 2 hours. Calories, per 100 g, 230, 250 kcal. Ingredients, 700 grams of lean lamb or beef. 500 grams of long-grain rice, such as basmati or devzira. 3 yellow or orange carrots. 3 onions, 1 to 2 whole heads of unpeeled garlic, 150 milliliters of vegetable oil, preferably cottonseed or sunflower, 1 teaspoon each of cumin, barberry, and turmeric, 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of ground black pepper, 1 hot chili pepper optional, 900 milliliters of hot water. Cooking instructions. Before you begin, rinse the rice thoroughly in cold water several times until the water becomes completely clear. Then soak the rice in warm water for 30 to 40 minutes. This will make it fluffier during cooking. Preparing the zervak. Slice the onions into half rings and cut the carrots into thin strips. Cut the meat, beef or lamb, into large pieces, about 3 by 3 centimeters. Heat the cauldron over high heat, pour in the vegetable oil, and heat it well. First, fry the onions until golden. This will take about 5 to 7 minutes. Add the pieces of meat and cook, stirring, until a delicious golden crust forms, about 10 to 15 minutes. Then add the carrots, stir, and simmer for another 5 minutes. Season the dish with spices. Add cumin, barberry, a bit of turmeric, and ground pepper. Pour in enough hot water to fully cover the meat. Place whole garlic heads and the hot chili pepper, if using, in the center. Reduce the heat to medium and simmer the zervak under a lid for 40 to 50 minutes. Cooking the rice. When the zervak is ready, gently place the prepared rice on top without mixing. Pour in hot water. You can pour it over a slotted spoon to avoid disturbing layers. The water level should be about 1.5 centimeters above the rice. Increase the heat and cook until all the liquid evaporates, about 10 to 15 minutes. After that, gather the rice into a mound, cover with a lid, and reduce the heat to minimum. Let the pilaf finish cooking for another 20 minutes. Remove the cooked garlic and chili pepper. You can cut the garlic crosswise and use it to garnish the finished dish. Before serving, gently mix the pilaf, distributing the meat and rice evenly. Let it rest under the lid for another 5 to 10 minutes. Then place the pilaf on a large platter, garnish with herbs and garlic, and serve with pickled onions, fresh vegetables, or flatbread. Such pilaf turns out rich, with a bright aroma of spices, juicy tender meat, and perfectly fluffy rice. A true classic proven over time. Lamb pilaf with pomegranate. This vibrant pilaf has a bold, expressive flavor thanks to fresh chili, barberry, and the sweet tart burst of pomegranate seeds. The lamb makes the dish rich and hearty, while cilantro adds a bright herbal note. A perfect choice for a special dinner with an Eastern touch. Servings, 4. Cooking time, about 1 hour. Calories, 270 kcal per 100 g. Ingredients, 250 grams of Osman pilaf rice, 500 grams of lamb shoulder, 2 to 3 mixed color carrots, 1 to 2 onions, pomegranate seeds from 1 whole pomegranate, 1 head of garlic, 1 teaspoon of barberry, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, 1 fresh chili pepper, 1 bunch of fresh cilantro, approximately 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil, salt and pepper to taste, 300 milliliters of hot water. Cooking instructions. Cut the carrots into thick matchsticks, slice the onions into half rings, and rinse the chili pepper. Rinse the rice thoroughly in cold water until it runs completely clear. Heat the oil in a deep skillet or pot. Sauté the onions for 2 minutes, then add the lamb pieces and cook until browned, about 5 minutes. Add the carrots, spices, cumin, paprika, barberry, and a pinch of salt and pepper. Cook everything together for another 7 to 8 minutes, stirring occasionally. Pour in 80 milliliters of water, add the chili pepper, reduce the heat, and let it simmer for 3 minutes. Spread the rinsed rice over the meat and sprinkle with a little salt. Pour in 300 milliliters of boiling water so it covers the rice by about 1 centimeter. Place the garlic head in the center. Cook uncovered over medium heat for 15 minutes until the liquid evaporates. Cover with a lid and let it rest for another 15 minutes. Serve the pilaf topped with fresh cilantro and pomegranate seeds. Homemade chicken pilaf. A light and quick everyday pilaf made with tender chicken breast, fragrant spices, and fluffy jasmine rice. This simple recipe is perfect for a cozy homemade dinner without any extra fuss. Servings, 3 to 4. Cooking time, 30 minutes. Calories, 210 kcal per 100 g. Ingredients, 400 grams of chicken breast, 200 grams of jasmine rice, 1 medium carrot, 3 to 4 tablespoons of pilaf seasoning mix including onion, garlic, barberry, cumin, dried tomatoes, coriander, turmeric, and paprika. Salt and black pepper to taste. 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. 300 milliliters of boiling water, which is 1½ cups. Cooking instructions. Cut the carrot into thin matchsticks or small slices, and cut the chicken into small pieces. Heat the vegetable oil in a deep skillet over high heat. Add the chicken, carrot, and the aromatic vegetable spice mixture. Season with salt and pepper, and sauté for about 4 minutes, stirring occasionally. Reduce the heat. Rinse the rice well, and add it to the skillet. Pour in the hot water. It should just barely cover the rice. Add spices to taste, stir, cover with a lid, and let it simmer for 15 minutes. Let the pilaf rest under the lid for a few minutes after cooking. Spoon it onto plates and serve while still hot. Homemade pilaf with red turkey meat. Pilaf made with turkey thigh fillet is a great option for a hearty and healthy lunch. The meat turns out juicy, while the rice becomes fluffy and infused with spices. Simple to prepare, this dish is perfect both for busy weekdays and for a relaxed family dinner. Servings, 4. Cooking time, approximately 50 minutes. Calories, about 240 kilocalories per 100 grams. Ingredients, 500 grams of turkey thigh fillet, 250 grams of pilaf rice, 2 carrots, 1 to 2 onions, 3 to 4 garlic cloves, 1 tablespoon of pilaf spices including cumin, barberry, and paprika, 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 300 milliliters of boiling water, salt and pepper to taste. Cooking instructions. Cut the carrots into rounds, slice the onion into half rings, and cut the turkey thigh fillet into medium-sized cubes. Rinse the rice thoroughly several times until the water runs clear, then leave it in a sieve to drain. Heat the oil in a deep skillet or a heavy-bottom pot. Sauté the onion over medium heat for about 2 minutes until lightly golden. Add the turkey pieces and fry for 5 minutes until they develop a nice brown crust. Add the carrots, pilaf spices, a bit of salt, and pepper. Stir and simmer for 7 to 8 minutes, stirring regularly. Pour in about 60 milliliters of water, reduce the heat, and let it simmer under the lid for another 3 minutes. Meanwhile, bring the remaining water to a boil. Spread the rice on top, sprinkle with salt and pepper. Add 300 milliliters of boiling water, just enough to cover the rice by about 1 centimeter. If you like, add whole garlic cloves. Cover with a lid and cook over low heat for 20 minutes. Then remove from the heat and let it rest under the lid for another 15 minutes. Serve, garnished with herbs or pomegranate if desired. Lamb and chickpea pilaf. Ingredients: 700 grams of lamb shoulder or brisket, 350 grams of long grain rice, 150 grams of soaked chickpeas, 3 to 4 carrots, 2 onions, 1 whole head of garlic, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of barberry, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 5 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 600 milliliters of water, salt and black pepper to taste. Step-by-step instructions. Step 1. Prep the ingredients. Chickpeas must be soaked at least 6 hours. Soak the chickpeas in cold water. Cut the lamb into large cubes. Slice the carrots into long matchsticks. Slice the onions into half rings. Rinse the rice 6 to 7 times until the water runs completely clear. Step 2. Build the flavor base, zervak. This zervak needs strength. Lamb and chickpeas demand a powerful base. Heat the oil until it's actively sizzling. Add the onions and sauté for 3 to 4 minutes until deep golden. Add the lamb and brown it for 10 to 12 minutes. That crust is essential. Add the carrots and cook for 5 minutes. Add the chickpeas and stir. Add cumin, barberry, turmeric, salt, and pepper. Simmer for 15 minutes over medium heat. Step 3. Add the rice. The rice goes on top. That's the structure of pilaf. Pour in about 200 milliliters of hot water, cover, and simmer for 15 minutes. Level the meat, chickpeas, and vegetables. Spread the rice evenly on top. Salt the surface. Place the whole head of garlic in the center. Step 4. Add the water. Chickpea pilaf needs slightly more water. Pour boiling water gently along the side of the pot. The water should cover the rice by about 3/4 of an inch. Don't stir. Step 5. Cook. Chickpeas require longer steaming. Cook over medium heat until the water evaporates, 12 to 15 minutes. Gather the rice into a mound. Lower the heat, cover, and steam for 30 minutes. Step 6. Rest and serve. Pilaf reaches its full flavor only after resting. Let it rest under the lid for 10 to 15 minutes. Gently mix. Serve hot. Beef and raisin pilaf. Ingredients: 600 grams of beef shoulder or brisket, 350 grams of long grain rice, 80 grams of raisins, 3 carrots, 2 onions, 1 whole head of garlic, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of barberry, 4 to 5 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 500 to 550 milliliters of water, salt and black pepper to taste. Step-by-step instructions. Step 1. Prep. Cut the beef into large cubes. Slice the carrots into matchsticks. Slice the onions into half rings. Rinse the raisins and pat them dry. Rinse the rice until the water runs clear. Step 2. Build the zervak. Heat the oil until sizzling. Add the onions and sauté until golden. Add the beef and brown it for 8 to 10 minutes until a firm crust forms. Add the carrots and cook for 5 minutes. Add the raisins. Add cumin, barberry, salt, and pepper. Simmer for 10 to 12 minutes over medium heat. Step 3. Add the rice. Pour in about 150 to 180 milliliters of hot water, cover, and simmer for 10 minutes. Level the base. Spread the rice evenly. Salt the surface. Place the garlic head in the center. Step 4. Add the water. Pour boiling water along the side of the pot. The water should cover the rice by about ½ inch. Do not stir. Step 5. Steam. Cook until the water evaporates. Gather the rice into a mound. Lower the heat, cover, and steam for 20 to 25 minutes. Step 6. Rest. Let the pilaf rest for 10 minutes. Gently mix. Serve hot.